It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. We're glad to have you with us on 2K Sports. Tonight we'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder playing against the Houston Rockets. Looking at Houston, they were undefeated against this squad last season, going 3-0. We'll see if they can continue that dominance. And with some time here to spare, let's talk leadership in the NBA. Kenny, who would you say are the best leaders on the floor in the league?
Wow. Well, obviously, the great Tim Duncan and the San Antonio Spurs with his leadership with Greg Popovich. They're the top of the list. You know, I also like Kevin Durant. You know, Kevin Durant's leadership is probably unparalleled or underrated, I would say, from his position, because he always has his team in position to win.
There's two types of leaders, Ernie, the vocal leader and the one that leads by example. One of my favorite vocal leaders, Chris Paul. Dirk Nowitzki is not very vocal, but he leads by example. LeBron James does both. Very vocal at times, very animated.
Joakim Noah's not bad either now for the Bulls, even though he's not the greatest of those players, but he's a good leader.
Yeah, but LeBron does both.
What kind of a leader were you, Shaq?
I was vocal. I used to get in people's rack, Ernie.
Did you?
Mess around if you want to. Tear the locker room up.
What would you do if you had a guy like Kenny on your team?
I wouldn't do anything for Kenny because Kenny would make me look good because I know for a fact if I kick it out to Kenny, he's going to knock it down.
And you know, I would be the first thing I would say, if we don't get it to Shaq, I'm slapping someone.
Let's get it to Kevin Harlan as they get ready for the opening tip.
You just scared me.
Small forward, standing 6'8", number 1, Trevor Ariza. At guard, number 2, Patrick Beverly. Starting at the other forward position, at 7'0", number 20, Donatas Vatayunas. At the center position, 6 feet 10 inches, number 42, Nene.
In wonderful Houston, Texas. For the Oklahoma City Thunder, they come in off a loss to Denver. And they lost it by a single point. Just one more possession or one less bad shot away from a different result. Those really sting.
Yeah, foul trouble early on, I thought, set the tone in that game, and it just made it difficult for them to get over the hump.
Yeah, it really got them out of sync, and that hurt them big time. Forced them to go much deeper into their bench than they would have liked to.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Russell Westbrook out there with Victor Oladipo. Then there's the monster. Then there's Andre Robertson. And it's Adams in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And so the Houston Rockets get the first points of the ball game. Westbrook dishes to Robertson. Montejunas with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Plays it in off the breakaway.
You know what? He wasn't going to wait around for any help on that break.
Solo Soiree performance all the way. How about that for a little bit of a limerick?
I'm going to let it slide.
Westbrook, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
And guys, you talk about players who have that killer instinct. Russell Westbrook is right at the top of that list.
Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And you think, Greg, about Westbrook's killer instincts. You were alluding to that. It's very apparent at times. Players praise, and Clark, I think, fear him for just that characteristic alone.
Well, how about this, Kevin? Kobe Bryant said Westbrook has the same love for competition that he has. Whenever other guards are pulled, Westbrook is their worst matchup.
Both free throws good from Westbrook. When you think about guards who play without fear or any hesitation, Russell Westbrook is the first of those guys to come to mind.
I tell you what, man, his relentless pursuit and attacking of the goal and his opponent is really something to watch.
The offensive rebound. Montejunas, no luck.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Plenty of space. Adams' shot is off.
And for Westbrook, he had some high praise. Allen Iverson said he's a huge fan of Westbrook and sees so much of himself in him, mostly due to how they play with heart. I'll tell you the other thing. Allen Iverson I always felt was the most intimidating small guard in the history of the league. Russell Westbrook rapidly trying to claim that honor.
Oladipo, the pass to Sabonis, sinks the 15-footer.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
For Houston, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Here's Beverly. The shot misses. Westbrook with the nice D there.
You know, I was thinking back to that Iverson quote on Westbrook. They play with that same fire. The styles in which they play are different, but you can see the intensity is the same between them.
Now here's Nene. There's the bucket. Good.
Really nice way to get your first bucket of the day.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. And Adams kicks to Oladipo. Pass to Westbrook. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. Well, guys, before last season, Trevor Ariza signing a 4-year, $32 million deal with the Rockets. Big free agent get for the team.
And, you know, they wanted to re-sign Chandler Parsons, Kevin, but with his departure, in comes Ariza, and Trevor is a quality replacement. I mean, a terrific wing defender, and he's a nice spot-up shooter as well.
And, you know, you compare their games. Ariza a bit more limited maybe offensively than Parsons, a few years older, but he's also a better defender and also better at playing without the basketball. Remember, you got 5 guys out there, only 1 ball. Sometimes your chemistry can improve when a guy doesn't need the basketball to be effective. And, you know, for the Rockets, a nice pairing with James Harden and Trevor Ariza. Ariza, a spot-up shooter and defender, while Harden arguably the premier offensive creator in the league. I mean, they really complement each other well. And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Now Oladipo. He's coming off a 10-point game against Denver.
And I thought the contribution he made by just generating contact, getting to the line was outstanding, guys. I mean, he picked up a lot of points at the stripe.
The shots aren't dropping yet. They've missed 4 of their first 5 shots.
It's stolen by Oladipo. Westbrook up top, defended by Beverly. And Oladipo has it in the corner. Good. A nice assist from Westbrook. Oladipo's got his first 3 points of the game.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Here's Nene. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Oklahoma City trailing. Outside Westbrook. Down low, Montejunas with the steal. Nene, the screen. Left side Ariza. They set the pick. The feed to Nene. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pulls up on the elbow. And too long on the shot.
Awesome defense. I mean, he'll hit those unless you're right in his grill.
Westbrook kicks to Adams. To the paint. Oladipo, good. Oladipo's got 5 points so far.
And that's exactly what they're going for on that shot.
Montejunas a screen on Westbrook. Here's Beverly. Got a hand on it. And here's the fast break. And there's Oladipo on the assist from Robertson. 7 points for Victor Oladipo. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Here's Harden, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Victor Oladipo. Guys, I'm not sure there's a better star player who's a better fit for his team's philosophy than James Harden. Clark reflects the Rocket system perfectly.
I don't think you're wrong on that, Kevin. I mean, the Rockets, an analytically minded team. They love layups, free throws, and threes. Harden can get all of those done.
And Harden, either intentionally or not, is really the poster child for a new era of analytics that's starting to drive basketball. I mean, he generates a lot of points, but most importantly, he does it with tremendous efficiency, in part because he lives at the free throw line.
Harden hits them both.
And, you know, for the Rockets, acquiring James Harden might be the trade of the decade. You look at what they gave up, and it's hard to argue that they didn't win that transaction in a big way.
Here's Sabonis. Last game he had 10 points.
High-quality shot. Just a little off there with the release.
And, Greg, that has him S-H-H-ing, shaking his head. Tough miss that time.
Now Westbrook. James Harden missing on the 3. Westbrook drives in. Sabonis. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists. Chance to check out stats for Harden. Great showing for him last season. 2nd in scoring, 6th in steals, and he ranked in the top 10 in assists. An incredible knack for drawing defenders and finding the open man.
And as you said, 2nd best scorer in the league. Man, I tell you what, just blowing up defensive schemes designed to keep him under control.
Ryan Anderson, he's checked in for Houston. Beasley comes in for Montejunas. And Oklahoma City with a change here, too. Cantor's checked in. Oladipo against Harden. Back to Anderson. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
It's like a running game in football. When you can pound the basketball inside, it also allows you to control the team's transition.
And that one's good. Cantor's got his first basket.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
That was some slick passing from Harden on that one.
Houston making some changes. Capella's checked in, and it's Gordon in for James Harden. And then for Oklahoma City, Ilyasova, he's checked in for the Monster. Kyle Singler comes in for Roberson, and it's Payne in for Russell Westbrook.
Before getting dinged up, Brian Anderson was rolling. I mean, over the first few seasons of his career, improved in efficiency in all areas. Then he had the back injury, and last season his shooting percentages really went south.
Now here's Oladipo. 7 points in the game. The shot's good from Cantor.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
That's good. And getting back to Ryan Anderson, in 2012, he won the NBA's Most Improved Player Award. Then, in the summer of that year, he landed an enormous contract in a sign and trade.
Yeah, and that's the good Ryan Anderson. If he can stay healthy, he's a tremendous asset, and he isn't just a shooter. He can get it done on the backboard as well.
Now Beasley, after Victor Oladipo missed from long range.
Houston foul call. Clint Capella. That's his first personal foul.
The Thunder have gone 7 of 13, just over 50% from the floor. Some good looks. They set the pick. Payne kicks to Singler. Oladipo dishes to Cantor. Just 4 to shoot. Lays it up and banks it in. Cantor's got 6.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should continue to work the ball down low, Clark. It's really going to free up their outside shooting.
Now here's Beasley. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Heat in Miami. Here's Capella. The shot misses. Nice D from Oladipo. Singler passes to Ilyasova. Comes up empty down low.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
Here's Gordon. Here's Beasley. That one's good from the corner. Beasley's got the game tied up here for Houston.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Now here's Payne, defended by Beverly. And here's Payne, still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Cantor, rebounded by Capella.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now here's Beasley. That misses. That would have put him up. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Payne kicks to Ilyasova. Feeds it to Cantor. Right through the D for the layup. Cantor's got 8 points.
Nice pass there to set that bucket up.
And that's 10 of their last 12 points that have come off assists. And for long stretches of the season, the Thunder, they had a short bench early on due to injury and just having a short rotation. They did change things up, though, as they went through that regular season.
This break in the game gives us a chance to look at the teams with the most points off turnovers last season. The Rockets 4th.
And they turned all those mistakes into points at the other end. That aggressive style really yielding big dividends.
Brewer is checked in for the Rockets. Gordon kicks to Brewer. He dishes it to Anderson. The Thunder pull it in. There's 1:26 left to play in the first. Let's send it out to Doris Burke, who caught up with head coach Billy Donovan. Doris?
Yes, Kevin. He told me that when you're playing against a team that can finish inside as efficiently as this team does, they don't want to allow any looks easily on the interior. He said if they can limit them in that department, they'll be in good shape.
Thanks, Doris. And the Rockets with possession here after Oklahoma City gets the 3. Out of bounds, Oklahoma City takes possession. And it's the Thunder with the ball. It's a 5-point game.
Timeout for Oklahoma City.
Okay, fans, put your hands together for your Rockets Power Dancers!
Here's a look at numbers for Gordon, how he performed last season. Put up about 13 points per, 3 assists and 2 rebounds. And to have a knockdown shooter like that coming off the bench, a great asset for any coach.
Yeah, he always seems to supply points for this group. And yeah, things can get stagnant without that spark plug. He serves the bill there.
Payne with it. Oladipo outside. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. And Victor Oladipo, after a solid rookie campaign, really took it up a notch last season, even after missing Clark the first 9 games with that facial fracture.
I love this kid's gravitas. I mean, he's got a presence about him. His percentages improved across the board, field goal, 3-point free throws. And I like his work ethic and his confidence.
In talking about Victor Oladipo's improvement, a lot of it has to do with his work ethic, also his pregame film study, something his college coach absolutely raved about, and all that showed up for him big time last season.
Oladipo hits them both.
And you know, back to Oladipo, we always talk about 5-star phenoms coming out of high school. He was just a 3-star guy. He's had to work for everything he's gotten, and I think that served him well. He's got a hunger and drive that you can't manufacture.
Now, here's Brewer, hoping to put that miserable performance against Miami behind him tonight. There's 31 seconds left in the first. Here's the screen. Oladipo dishes to Payne. Floats one up, and the layup is up and in. Payne's got 5.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
Now, here's Brewer. He's covered closely. Anderson outside. Gordon outside. And so the first quarter is in the books. Thunder lead by 6. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And a moment now to hear from Steven Adams as he reflects back on a life growing up as the youngest of 18 children back in New Zealand. Are to imagine growing up in such a huge family, but it sounds like maybe it prepared him for life in the NBA.
Yeah, got him outside of himself and toughened him up a little bit. No question about that. Wow, 18, that's mind-boggling.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. What do you guys think about the Thunder here in this one?
Just the way they've been able to pound that backboard. I think that's been the difference.
Establishment of a good low post presence, a big part of the success.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And so in the game for the Rockets, Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. Nene is out there with Bonajunas, and it's Brewer in at the 1. And here's Westbrook. James Harden getting it to go from deep. Singler outside. Adams the pass to Westbrook. Here's the teardrop. Rockets trail by 5. And Brewer kicks to Nene. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. They get Russell Westbrook. And Nene, a guy with an incredibly strong start to his career in Denver, the first Brazilian to ever be selected in the first round. Voted, as you may recall, to the NBA All-Rookie team.
Yeah, it came into the league just a tremendously raw talent. Really developed faster than a lot of people expected. But what has been the case for him is the injury bug. I mean, the knee, the foot, shoulder, Achilles, you name it, he's had it, and it's hindered his career somewhat.
And cancer. He's beaten cancer.
That's a very good point.
Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Corey Brewer. He's off on the second.
Yeah, you know, going back to Nene, in 14 years, he's been able to suit up for roughly 65% of the games. That's tough on the team's continuity on both ends of the floor. Injuries have been a part of that, though, and oftentimes those are beyond the player's control.
And stolen by Singler. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Passes to Sabonis. Here's Westbrook. And again, Oklahoma City, no good.
And you know, guys, the thing with Nene, he helps you in so many ways when he's in there. He's hard to back down in the post. He eats up space. Tough to get around on picks. He has the toughness that champions are made of.
Now here's Westbrook. He had a 30-point outing their last game against Denver.
And also defensively, he was really aggressive. I mean, matter of fact, he had 4 steals over the course of that game.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Oklahoma City.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
Here's Westbrook after the Rockets pick up 3. Dishes it to Robertson. Just his first attempt. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook. And the Thunder lead by 6.
What a passing display he has put on here tonight.
Yeah, he's spoiling us, Greg. I mean, there's just another fantastic dime drop right there. That one certainly should make the highlight reel.
Nene, an easy layup after coming off the pick. Nene's got 9.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
Here's Robertson. He's coming off a 10-point game against Denver. Singler for 3. Rebound by Nene. Nene's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Harden dishes to Nene. Good. Now just a 2-point Thunder lead.
Excellent assist there. Just led him to the perfect spot.
Outside Westbrook. There's the pick. It's good from long range. 7 points in the game.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Bonajunas' shot is good.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the quality of that three-point shot attempt right there. Going at it the way they did, but it all worked out for him.
Now here's Westbrook. 7 points in the game. Adams' shot is good. Adams has got his first 2 points. For the Houston Rockets, they come in off the loss to the Heat.
And hard to say whether it was the game plan defensively that let them down or just the inability to really bring the fire on that side of the ball.
And, guys, it was a bit befuddling to me as to why they stuck with it. I mean, they dug themselves a hole and couldn't find the tweaks they needed to get out of it.
Here's Roberson. He feeds it to Westbrook. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Just 5 to shoot. From deep three-point range, Westbrook missing again.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Well, looking back on last season, you didn't know where the Rockets would end up in terms of seeding in the playoffs. Ended up with the 2 seed because they won the Southwest Division. And as it turned out, everything worked out very well for them.
It really did, and had a divisional matchup in that first round against the Mavs. But the Rockets took care of business in that series and would advance.
Rockets trail by 4. In the corner, Moniutis with it. The pass to Ariza. Everly with the ball. Westbrook picks him up. There's a good screen. Here's Moniutis. And too long on the shot. Oklahoma City leading by 4. Here's Roberson. Ariza with the rebound.
And that's a well-contested shot.
Well, we've seen him before. He does not allow you to just get easy baskets. He's always going to make you work for it.
No problem knocking that one down. That's 7 points for James Harden.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Yeah, the Rockets were able to make it to the 2nd spot in the West at the very end of the season. Actually came down to the last day. They could have ended as low as 6 going into the final game.
For Russell Westbrook, coming off a terrific season. Last year, checking in at 28 points per game, 8 assists and 7 rebounds. And with his great passing, he's been a catalyst for their offense, often seeing plays even before they materialize.
For sure. Great anticipation. Peripheral vision is there. Natural talent as well. Really shining through.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Capella's checked in, and it's Anderson in for Moniutis. Now, here's Westbrook. He's got 9, and the basket good. Last season for the Rockets, they finished as the #2 team in the West to the Golden State Warriors. But, you know, gee, they had to battle the whole way through.
Yeah, in part because of injuries. I mean, the Rockets did well to come in 2nd in the West, but it was because they took care of the so-called easy games. 33 wins in the conference, but a record of 12-16 against the other playoff teams out West.
Out to the right wing, Cantor. And, yep, couple bounces, and it falls. Cantor's got 10.
A great assist. Nice work from Russell Westbrook.
Harden outside. Here's the floater. And he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays. Free throw good from Harden.
Just call him the Beard. James Harden, not just iconic, but also entering the conversation for the best player in the NBA.
Eric Gordon, he's checked in for the Rockets. And a switch here also for Oklahoma City. Payne, he's checked in for Russell Westbrook. Harden outside. And Anderson has it in the corner. Stolen by Cantor. Here's Payne. He's got 5. Roberson the pass to Cantor. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. That one's on Eric Gordon. And speaking of Harden and being the best, he'd certainly tell you so. He referred to himself as the best all-around player in the league. What do you think?
And I think he's right in that category. A lot of people laughed him off when he said that, but he's been a legitimate MVP candidate. His defense has gotten better, and obviously his offensive game is off the charts.
Yeah, and a big year for Enes Kanter last season. I mean, traded from the Jazz to the Thunder and finally saw the minutes that he was hoping for.
And the Rockets making a change here. Brewers checked in. And Kanter drops them both. And Kanter did play well with the increased minutes last season, Clark. Averaged a double-double after the trade.
I think it was a great fit for him in Oklahoma City. He still has work to do, but now that he feels like he's in the right environment, I think we're going to see that great potential of his start to come to fruition.
It's as if the defense just let him go.
He'll thank them for that because he got a chance to perform a little razzle-dazzle on that one.
And misses it off the right side of the rim. The Thunder leading by 5. Now Payne. Now the dish to Kanter. And there's the foul. It goes on Ryan Anderson. That's his first foul.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Ilyasova, he's checked in for the Thunder. Kept alive. Collison. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And now here's the 2K leaderboard with the teams that last season scored the most second chance points in the NBA. Number 1, the Thunder.
Yeah, that was a huge factor for them a season ago. Their ability to attack the offensive glass and then convert those into second chance buckets. I mean, no one did it better.
And he knocks down the first one. And watching Nick Collison, he makes all the hustle plays, all the little plays, the things that really will not show up in a score sheet, stat sheet. For over a decade, he's had that role and embraced it.
And Kevin, the other thing he does as a veteran is a coach knows what he's going to get. He doesn't make the mistakes that some players make. And while he's not going to be a great scorer in the post or a high-flying rim protector, his game really is built on intelligence and toughness. And so positioning for charges, making open mid-range jump shots, all the unsung things that help a team win games.
And Oladipo kicks to Kanter. Ball stolen. Anderson outside. In the corner, it's Brewer. Back to Anderson. To the middle. Here's Capella. Shot is off. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Rockets team.
Yeah, 2 conference rivals. I mean, they'll play each other a total of 4 times this season.
Yeah, plenty of opportunity here, guys, to get on each other's bad side. I mean, if they weren't already. Should make for some fairly high drama.
It's Beasley on the wing. Hands it from downtown. Beasley's got 5 now.
There is no way a player like him can be left wide open like that. Did you pay attention to the scouting report?
Now here's Payne. 5 points in the game. Kicks it to Ilyasova. That does not fall. Still looking for his first basket after 3 shots. And some nice passing there by Houston. Beasley against Collison. They set the screen. Anderson. And Kanter pulls it down. Kanter's got 3 rebounds now in this one. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
A chance here to check out how the Rockets ranked in the NBA last season. 2nd in fast break points. 3rd in steals. And they also ranked among the top 5 in points off turnovers. So did a nice job of turning people over and then turning those turnovers into points.
And as you pointed out, when it came to running the break, I mean, they were terrific. They left teams really just grasping for breath and unable to match that breakneck pace.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. Well, it was a season last year of heartbreak and change for the Thunder, narrowly missing the playoffs as the Pelicans beat them out for that 8th position.
Yeah, and they were teetering back and forth on that 8th spot for most of the year. Ultimately, they just couldn't hold on to that final playoff spot.
So he comes up empty at the line.
Guys, for the Thunder, that playoff miss was the first time they didn't make the postseason since their first year in Oklahoma. Fans had really been spoiled with how successful the Thunder have been of late.
Now here's Payne. He's got 5. Can't hit from in close.
That's what we call good defense in the paint. Worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket.
And the Western playoffs just, it seemed a bit amiss without having the Thunder involved. Westbrook, I tell you what, he did everything he could to try and carry that injured group into the postseason last year, but it just wasn't to be.
Now here's Anderson after Enes Kanter's miss. On the wing, Brewer. He's covered by Collison. Just 5 to shoot. Shot on the wing. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
And Capella sends it back. 3 on 3. Here's Beasley. Nice D from Oladipo.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yeah, it is unfortunate and embarrassing. He just lost his concentration for a split second, and that's all it took.
Here's Capella. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Thunder out in front. They're up by 3. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, I'm here with Russell Westbrook. And Russell, how confident are you that regardless of what defender you see in front of you, you can get what you want?
Very confident. I have a lot of confidence in myself. I put a lot of work in the summertime, and I'm very confident.
Russell, thank you so much. Kevin, hard work pays off.
Thank you, Doris, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for the third quarter of basketball.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, this has been a good game here after one half. Everybody, welcome back to the halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaq, Kenny Smith. Enes Kanter had no problems getting going. He had 14 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 steal. Kenny, let's get your take on Oklahoma City.
Well, the reserves really came through when they needed a spark. This is a close game. Any points you can get from your bench are huge. I thought the bench guys came in and inserted themselves like they wanted a starting spot. And that's what you want. Subs who are ready to produce the moment they step on the floor.
Shaq, how'd you think the Rockets were playing?
They're giving up way too many good looks. You want to keep your opponent under 50% shooting? They have not done that. What's the solution? Maybe more ball pressure, more physicality down low. Whatever it is, Ernie, they need to figure it out.
So that does it for us. Hope you enjoyed our halftime show. Now, we take you back to Kevin Harlan for the second half call.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball.
What a stellar outing in this one for Enes Kanter. He's got 14 points, and he was able to come up with 1 steal, too.
You know what? He's been a difference maker defensively today, Clark. He's disrupted more plays than the stat sheet will show.
Oklahoma City leading by 3. And on the floor for Billy Donovan as we get into the second half. They've got Roberson. Russell Westbrook out there with Oladipo. And there's the monster. And it's Adams in at the 5. Ariza goes in. Pass to Beverly. From 10 feet out. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
Boy, it does your heart good to see that kind of determination in a player. Really excellent focus that time.
And continuing to expand his arsenal last season, Patrick Beverly, the guard for the Rockets. Career highs in assists and rebounds per game, and he's one of the smallest guys on the floor.
Yeah, and he's really working on the details of becoming a better playmaker, becoming a guy that has coaches trust him to handle the basketball in those crucial situations.
Here's Roberson. Up top, Oladipo. 4 on the clock. There's Sabonis. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target. The Monsters got 8 points. The Rockets trail.
You know, talking about Beverly, his wrist injury really changed things for the Rockets at the end of last season. Suddenly, 37-year-old Jason Terry had to take on big minutes at the point, and he was serviceable, but they missed Beverly's toughness on defense particularly.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Here's Westbrook, and that one's drained from the low block. 13 points in the game.
And going back to the one thing with Patrick Beverly, his shot could still be more consistent. Last year, he was down in shooting averages across the board, including just 38% from the field. It makes it very difficult on your offense when you have an inability to space the floor.
And here now the Thunder, following the 3 by Houston that went. And that one's good. Westbrook.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Houston's gone 6 of 10 from three-point range, up over 50% for the ball game. Harden kicks to Nene. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Westbrook's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And, Greg, we've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Here's Beverly after the made shot from Victor Oladipo. Harden, and it's Houston with another. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half.
All right, Houston, coming onto the court are your own Rockets power dancer. Give it up!
Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Hey, Kevin. Well, the Rockets coach had some advice for the team over that last break. He told Nene that he wants their offense to run through him. Coach said the first thing they should be thinking about is getting the ball in his hands and letting him lead the way on each and every possession. Perhaps the rest of the second half will look different after those adjustments, Kevin.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. Here's Westbrook, and again it's Oklahoma City.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Timeout charge to Houston.
You're horrible, Houston! Okay, fans, put your hands together for your Rockets power dancers!
some numbers for Oladipo. A very nice season for him last year. Averaged about 18 points a game, 4 assists and 4 rebounds. Just solid all-around performances we've been seeing from him, delivering night in and night out.
And, you know, that's what stars do. It isn't always about scoring 50 points. It's about making plays consistently.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Ariza no luck.
Boy, he really bungled that finish.
Pass to Westbrook. And Adams kicks to Oladipo. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And for Victor Oladipo, guys, last season you saw him continue to make strides in his game. He has the build to be one of the best guards in the league, and he's on the right track right now. Very excited for his future.
As you said about Oladipo, he has a bright future in this league after playing at Indiana, already stepping into the leader role with the Orlando Magic.
Yeah, and what I like most about his game and the way he plays is that he contributes really in every facet. I'll use a baseball term. He's a 5'2". I mean, he really does a little bit of everything well, and he can make a big impact even when his shot isn't falling, be it on the glass, with his passing, or his defense. And the Rockets have lost out on some free agent wars the past few years. They have remained competitive, but you wonder what could have been if they landed or kept some of those big names.
Boy, that's finishing the defense there. He made a good effort on that possession defensively and then closed it out with the rebound.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Here's Westbrook. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good. And with the Rockets, it's no secret that they take a very analytical approach to team building. Greg, you and I have talked about that. And Clark, you know, you wonder if that hurts them in free agency.
Well, you know, when your front office makes no qualms about viewing players as simply just assets, it can be a hard sell to a free agent. Really good awareness right there on the assist.
And here's Oladipo. He's got 15. Shoots from the baseline. Adiunas grabs the miss.
You love the closeout on that possession.
Excellent defense. Active, and he made it a very tough shot for him.
Stolen by Westbrook. And Oladipo has it in the corner. To the inside. Sabonis with the bucket. The Monsters got 4 points in the quarter. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Thunder?
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they've forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers.
And it's Oladipo that time on the assist by Westbrook. And it's a 9-point Thunder lead.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
Ball's knocked loose. And now Oladipo pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And here's the fast break. Oladipo leading the way, and he gets it to go. Oladipo's got 19 points.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Just not happy with how his team is playing, and they just have been on the wrong side of this run.
Yeah, and you know what, Greg? Sometimes just a pause in the action, which is what a timeout can give you, is enough to change things around.
Clark, while we have a moment, let's show you the list of players who put up the most points last year. Russell Westbrook, number 1. James Harden is second.
And what an option either of those two guys give you. They're both excellent safety valves when an offense is struggling.
Kyle Singler, he's checked in for Victor Oladipo. Beverly against Westbrook. Harden outside. Here's Beverly. Westbrook with the block.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's cost him.
Releases. The shot is off. The Rockets go the other way with it. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Adams against Harden. He kicks it to Nene. The feed to Moniunas. It falls for his 5th field goal tonight. Now shooting 5 for 8.
Room service delivery right there, fellas. Wonderful entry feed.
Outside Westbrook. Puts it up from 12. Adams' shot is good. Adams has got the lead up to 13 now for the Thunder.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Nene. And it's off the back rim. No good.
That's an unusual, surprising miss for him. Typically, he's good on those inside. You know, and Billy Donovan, the Oklahoma City Thunder, were able to pull him away from the college game last season. Signed him to a 5-year deal in the middle of last year's playoff.
Here's Beverly following the basket by Russell Westbrook. Moniunas has the open look, and it's Houston with another.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would have the lead.
There's the screen. Feeds it to Robertson. Pass to Sabonis. Tries it from 19. And Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
The shooting percentage continues to elevate here in the second half.
Well, as a group, they've been harmonic since the break. In sync. Good team basketball resulting in high-quality shots.
You can tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Long enough for him to get a hand on it and knock it out of play.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Anderson comes in for Nene. And it's Beasley in for Moniunas. Enes Kanter's checked in for Oklahoma City. Well, you look back on the Thunder last season, and the theme was injuries. Too many injuries to the bulk of their core.
And, you know, the big 3, Durant, Westbrook, and Ibaka, all missed significant time. Only Westbrook of those 3 was able to finish the season.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one.
And listen, those injuries really did the Thunder in. I mean, at no time during the season did they ever really get a chance to gel and play any stretch of games with their entire roster.
Houston making a switch here. Gordon's checked in. And a switch here also for Oklahoma City. Ilyasova's checked in. He hits one and misses one, each at the line.
You know, every franchise will have a year that is just lost to injuries. I mean, it happens. The hard part of it for the Thunder is that it happened while so many of their stars are in their prime.
And Kanter throws it down.
And putting in the work on the boards, and it's paying off with chances like that.
And G.A., he does put in the work. You're right. It's why he's on the finishing end of one putback slam after another.
Well, his effort has never been a question mark. He is an incredibly self-motivated player.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Rockets trail by 14. Ariza kicks to Gordon.
Really unfortunate for Eric Gordon that an assortment of injuries have really derailed his career. A few years back, he looked like he'd be an absolute star. Once a 22 points a game score, was down to 13 a game last season.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Finished the season last year around 80% from the stripe.
And guys, if a game was coming down to the wire and an opponent needed to foul, I mean, he was the guy they wanted with the ball in his hands. I mean, shooting the free throws because of his proficiency there.
For the Rockets, Capella's checked in, and it's Brewer in for James Harden. And Oklahoma City also making a switch. Payne, he's checked in for Kyle Singler. Gordon hits both of them. Oklahoma City leading by 12. Dishes to Robertson. He feeds it to Ilyasova. The pass to Robertson. He dishes it to Westbrook. Shot clock at 5. Misses off the left iron. Yeah, on the topic of Eric Gordon, one would think he's still young and talented enough to be a difference maker with any team. He just has to stay healthy. That really is the bottom line. He's got to keep his health.
Kevin, the truth is, though he's had a number of injuries, they've all been different. It isn't one chronic thing. So with a little good luck, we could see him shine once more.
And the basket good.
He is just tearing it up this quarter. That lead's not going anywhere while he's this hot.
A minute 42 left in the third quarter of the game. There's the dish to Brewer. Beasley, the pass to Anderson. Here's Capella, and it's blocked. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball here.
Rockets ball.
Gordon.
1:27 left to play here in the third. Houston moving the ball around. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And really, last season, the Thunder came into the year as a popular pick to win the West. Of course, we know what happened in terms of injuries, and they ended up having them on the outside looking in terms of the postseason.
Ryan Anderson.
The Thunder, their play against the rest of the West wasn't a huge problem as to why they missed the playoffs. And Mark, you know, they went 25-27 against the rest of the West.
Well, at first glance, that doesn't look too bad, but only 7 wins in those 29 games against the Western Conference playoff teams. With the talent the Thunder have, you still think of them as favorites in the West, at least one of the favorites in the West.
And both free throws good for Anderson.
Some good numbers for Anderson. He has 9 points, and he's contributed 3 points from the line, too.
And those free throws add up, guys. That is extra offense.
And that one's good.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
Outside Gordon to the middle, knocks it loose. And here we go with Westbrook heading to the hoop. That's good. Westbrook's got 25 points in the game.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
35 seconds left to play here in the third. With the second effort. Oh, that's blocked. And that'll be Oklahoma City as it goes out of bounds. Thunder retain possession. Goes back up. And Anderson kicks to Brewer. Back to Anderson. Cans the shot from the wing. Anderson's got 4 points this quarter. 5 seconds left to play in the third. And here's Westbrook from the... Oh, and he just knocked down the pipe. buzzer beater.
That really could be a morale-crushing three-pointer, fellas. What a way to head into the fourth quarter.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Thunder lead by 15. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Rockets trail by 15. Beverly and Harden, they're the backcourt. Moniunas out there with Nene, and it's Beasley in at small forward. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Now here's Beverly. Good on the triple. Beverly's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Rockets.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
Oladipo with the ball. Clock at 6. Shoots from the baseline. Here's Roberson, and terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out, and it's an effort thing and a mindset deal. You got to get your body between that other player and the ball.
Now, here is Harden. To the right side. Moniunas. Sabonis grabs the board. The Monsters got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
Here is Harden following the basket by Russell Westbrook. Knocked loose. Beasley dishes to Harden, and it's blocked by Adams. Outside Westbrook. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Beverly the pass to Moniunas. On the wing, Harden. Now here's Moniunas. Kicks to Beasley. Just 5 to shoot. Misses the 3.
Outstanding perimeter defense there. That was a well-contested shot.
Yeah, and you know he takes a lot of pride in his defense. There are no easy threes if he's on you.
Now here's Oladipo. Inside. Here's Sabonis. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. And the Thunder lead by 18.
Wow, just look at that lead. Both ends, they have been the team in control.
Yeah, and they put the fans simply on mute. They've not had anything to cheer about, and they've been silent.
Oladipo against Harden. Looking to end the drought, and that one is stuffed right through.
Good, just like soup. A little more ferocious, though.
Okay, Clark approves, everybody.
Yeah, but that's how you finish strong. Young fellas wearing the rim out.
Now, here's Westbrook. Lets it go from 14, and that's good for 2. Westbrook's got 4 points in the quarter.
He has really punished these defenders today. No matter who's been on him, he's been giving them medicine.
And it's blocked by Adams.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today. There's a glaring discrepancy between these teams in that area of the game.
And it's been the difference. That's what's enabled them to build such a big lead, no doubt about it.
Now here's Beverly, following the miss by Russell Westbrook. Here's Harden. Count that as his 7th field goal in 10 tries. He's shooting a very good 70%.
He is setting this place on fire, fellas. His shooting has been off the charts.
Westbrook kicks to Oladipo. All alone. Roberson gets the bucket. Rockets trail by 18. Moniunas a screen on Oladipo. Harden with it. Now defended by Oladipo. Pass to Sabonis. There's the pick. And Westbrook, here we go. And he gets the bucket. Westbrook's got 6 in the quarter.
Really hard to find fault with anything he's doing this quarter. at least at the offensive end.
Pass to Beasley. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. The Monsters got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. The feed to Oladipo. Off target with his 3.
He's still looking for his first three-pointer of the second half after making just one in the first.
And Monty Eunice with the basket on the assist by Beverly. Beverly's got 5 assists in the game. The Thunder leading by 18. Now Westbrook. They set the pick. Out to the right wing. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Oladipo misses. Houston's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Beverly wide open. Sinks the three-pointer. Beverly's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for Houston.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
And Oladipo kicks to Westbrook. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Westbrook's got 37. Monty Eunice, a screen on Oladipo. Harden kicks to Beverly. Here's Monty Eunice. That shot is good. He has made 8 while missing only 4. That's 67% shooting.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
Drive by Adams. It's rebounded by Houston. And Clark, they're going to have to make a pretty big comeback here.
Yeah, I think so, but I don't think the clock is a factor right now, at least not yet. I mean, they don't need to change their pace of play. Keep attacking.
I'm not really sure. I think it's be a mistake to let the shot clock in under 10 seconds from here on out.
Oladipo. Out left to the wing. Sabonis, the pass to Oladipo. To the inside. And it's Houston on the break. Beverly with the ball. Harden's shot is good.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Here's Roberson. Score the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7. Rockets trail by 16. Harden up top, guarded by Oladipo, and it's blocked. Westbrook against Beasley. They set the pick, feeds it to Oladipo. Passes it to Sabonis, makes it off the glass. The Monsters got 10 points here in the second half.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession. Houston making some changes. Anderson comes in for Monty Eunice, and Trevor Ariza has subbed in for Michael Beasley.
Ryan Anderson. Trevor Ariza.
Here's Nene. Inside. Here's Beverly. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Beverly's got 19 points.
They've been getting it inside at every opportunity and getting results, too.
Yeah, that's a winning formula as far as I'm concerned. They've been the aggressors and far more assertive on the offensive end.
Well, I tell you what, Nene is a man among boys down low. Remarkable physical power. He's also got a tough mentality about him. Just a real rugged individual.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Billy Donovan said to the team. He told them to be looking to attack in the open floor. He doesn't want them getting slowed down in half-court sets. He wants the fast break to be a major weapon. The second thing he got into with them regarded getting the ball into the post, saying, quote, "The passing lanes will be open for us. We have to use that to our advantage and get the ball inside." It's pretty late in the game to be altering the game plan, but they're going to come out with a different look here, guys. Back to you.
And thank you, Doris. And getting back to Nene, an obvious inside player with great impact. He looks and plays like a man possessed. Yet through last season, Greg, he's never averaged as much as 8 rebounds a game.
And, you know, his true value is measured in intangibles at times, not just on the stat sheet. He does all the dirty work so others can shine.
It's been a tough go for him. Just an uncontainable game for the monster. He has 9 rebounds and a block.
Here's Anderson. And Oladipo pulls it down.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Takes a 3. It's rebounded by Houston. Anderson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Harden dishes to Anderson. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got assist number 11 for him here tonight.
What are they thinking leaving him with all that space out there? Do they not know? Have they not heard that this guy is unbelievable? That's a layup for him.
Here is Harden following the score by Oklahoma City. Anderson right side. Anderson can't get that one to fall. The Thunder leading by 16. Oladipo outside. He kicks it to Adams. Here's Westbrook. Oladipo for 3. That counts. He's put up 13 shots, and he's had 8 of those go in.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
Nene setting the pick for Harden. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Oklahoma City's gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%. 7 of 13 on threes. Dishes it to Oladipo. Back to Westbrook. Now the pass to Sabonis. Clock at 6. Oladipo for 3, and there's the foul. It's on Steven Adams. That's his first foul. Houston making some changes. Capella's checked in, and it's Brewer in for James Harden. .132 left in the fourth quarter.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Oklahoma City.
And Clark, their hard work on the glass paid off.
You know, they both are excellent rebounding teams. I thought it was a tough battle underneath both ways.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And it will be a fight, Greg. When you see an opponent that many times, it's inevitable that those games take on a little extra added meaning for the player.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Westbrook. A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open.
Now, here's Brewer. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That's a 2 from Gordon, and he hits the jump shot. There's 38 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Now here's Payne, defended by Gordon. Collison with the screen for Payne. Teardrop shot. The rebound by Anderson.
Hey, I like creativity and a circus finish as much as anybody. But you better be sure you got a chance to make it.
And he gets the bucket.
And they're on the kind of run that could have made a difference had it just started a little earlier.
Yeah, but I think the only reason they're on this run is because the defense has relaxed a little bit, knowing the game is basically in the bag.
Brewer, good. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Russell, congratulations on this win. What were the main factors that helped you stay in control of this one down the stretch?
Just try to be aggressive. We did a good job all game of staying aggressive. Our defense was key towards the end, and we did a good job of closing the game out.
Thank you so much. Back to you guys at the table.
Thank you, Doris. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. Now we'll go to the studio with the award-winning Ernie Johnson.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome back for the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Russell Westbrook. He came out of the locker room at halftime and was immediately on fire. That third quarter was his, and he did not hesitate to exert his will.
When you're facing Westbrook, you're always going to have your hands full. And tonight, he proved that once again. There's only one thought going through Russell's head. Attack, attack, attack. I know that was 3 thoughts, kid.
Well, getting up over the 30-point barrier is never easy under any circumstances. He tore holes in the defense. They couldn't figure out what to do with him. Every play they ran for him, he executed it nearly perfectly.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.